Okay, starting with you.
Howdy, my name is Joshua Crow, and I have no relation to McGilvery.
Nate Reisenhuber, and that's his name?
Yeah.
Brett Ahola.
Kevin Provost.
Case Colby.
Alright, try. Well, you're not Seth, so hopefully you won't film it upside down the whole time this time. Alright, hello. My name is Michael McGilvery. Today I'm going to explain to you guys why drugs and alcohol have no place in aviation. We all know FAR 9117 about drugs and alcohol. You can't fly, 24 hours, and you can't have .04 in your system. No residual side effects. So if you're hungover or anything like that, and you drink the night before, you can't fly. FAR 6115 explains what will happen to pilots who do not comply with the drug and alcohol policy. So denial of application or any certificate of rating for up to 1 year, or revocation of any rating. So basically they could just take your rating from you. So if you violate that, then you could no longer be a pilot if they seem fit. Even if they decide to keep your license and not take it from you and get you in trouble, it may be hard to find a job if you were flying around drunk or on drugs. So you shouldn't do that. 6115 also states the reporting of DUIs. So even if you're not drunk while flying and you just get a DUI, that could still affect your flying career. It says that you have to report within 60 days of a DUI conviction to the FAA. So they may suspend or revoke your rating or give you a pass. But I'm pretty sure the company that you're working for, if you get a DUI, they're not going to like it. So, alright. And then another thing is if you get another DUI, they could also take your ratings. And the more you get, the worse it is. Part 61 of the FAR deals with medicals. Different jobs require different medicals for you to have. So if you don't report your DUI, if you get one, then you don't report it, then it's even worse, because when they do your medical, they do your criminal background check, and then they'll find it, and then you'd be facing 2 charges instead of just the 1 DUI. So now all these are bad things that can happen, and they're all indicators of this. CFR 830 describes an accident as an occurrence associated with an operation of aircraft which takes place between when any person boards the aircraft with intention of flight, where they suffer death or serious injury, or the aircraft receives substantial damage. Fatal injury is which result death within 30 days of the accident. Serious injury requires hospitalization of more than 48 hours, commencing 7 days of the day of the injury. Also includes fractures of bones, severe bleeding, internal organs, and severe burns. Substantial damage is damage or failure which adversely affects the strength of the aircraft. So there are many risks associated with flying helicopters. As pilots, we use everything in our power to mitigate the risks. If you drink alcohol in excess or take illegal drugs, please find a new career path. It's one thing to get a DUI and get into trouble, but imagine if you had an accident and didn't walk away, or worse, an accident with passengers on board. This was in Oklahoma, October 14th, 2010, and then this is an accident report. It's from the NTSB, and I'll read it to you guys, or a little bit of it. A pilot and a passenger were killed in the helicopter by the pilot's impairment due to recent use of methamphetamine and a recent use of narcotic pain reliever and fatigue, says the NTSB report. The report also states the pilot did not have a history of substance dependence, illicit substance use, or use of multiple alcohol-related traffic offenses. So basically this guy had a prior past of drug use and alcohol use, and he didn't report it to the FAA. And then he had traffic violations. He didn't report that to the FAA either. And then it says the pilot was not certified for instrument, and they found no evidence that he received any training for instrument flight. This is just one of many fatal accidents involving alcohol or drugs, and the reason why it will be hard to find a job with a DUI or alcohol related offense, because stuff like this happens and then they'll associate that person with the bad stuff. Alcohol and drugs are well documented to have a zero place in aviation. So you might ask, what is the solution? Should we just not drink on the weekends or anything like that? I would say that you should, or at least for me, I don't drink or take drugs at all, just because that's the easiest way to go about it. If you don't drink, then you'll never get a DUI. And then, so by staying clear of all drugs and alcohol, as pilots we can reach our full potential and operate as safely and proficiently as possible. We must strive to be the best possible version of ourselves, and it starts with putting down the bottle. And then the references are FAR 9115, 6117, and 830, and then the NTSB accident report was October 14th, 2010. That's the end.